Okay, guys, today I want to talk to you about a poverty mindset. And you wonder, well, what's a poverty mindset? Well, let me share with you what a poverty mindset is in a way that you can understand. I understand it, now you can understand it. If when you get paid or when you have money, if your first inclination is to spend all your money, that's a poverty mindset. Don't worry, you were programmed that way before you were 6 or 7 years old, you don't even realize you have it. That's why it doesn't matter whether the person's an athlete, entertainer, if they get a lump sum of money, they spend a lot of time spending it all. Poverty mindset. Doesn't matter how much money you have. There's two sides of a poverty mindset. That's the point of this video. The first side is spending everything you have, right? When I was growing up, I lived in 6 states, but I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. When I was growing up, my mother worked very hard, but she was inclined when she got money to spend it all. Not probably because she didn't have enough money to take care of everything in the first place. So I get that, but that's how I grew up. The other extreme was my dad. We'd go to visit my dad. He was very good about spending time with us on the weekend. And I had my brother, had 2 stepsisters, corner store 2 or 3 blocks away. When I was coming up, they sold these cookies in a jar. Huge cookies, almost about the size of my hand, for a nickel. You can get the smaller ones for a penny each. So 25 cents would do us pretty good. So my brother was afraid to ask my dad. My stepsisters were not going to ask my dad. So I'd ask my dad, Dad, can I have a quarter? The other side of the poverty mindset, I would get a lecture of how hard it was when he was coming up, or he used to walk to school. After about 5 minutes of that, I'd get the quarter. But it was so painful to go through all that. Like, good, now I want to say, man, just keep the money. I started asking for 2 quarters. Why? I'm gonna get the same lecture. So I may as well get 2 quarters and go down to the store. And after a minute, getting those lectures, I just stopped asking period and just going. 2 sides of a poverty mindset. Spending everything and then hoarding what you get. How do you change that? First is you have to realize that it's programmed age of 6 or 7. To this day, I fight that. There's certain goals, certain things I want to do for my mother because my mother's getting older, and I have to constantly fight the inclination to spend all the money that I have. Now, I've read books that have helped me with that. Of course, you have, pay yourself first, 10%, but I've gone a level past that. 50% of what I earn goes toward paying expenses, and I have 5 cans, and I'll talk about the book that I read that gave me that idea on a different day, but I got 5 of the cans that I put money in, 10% in, and I have money by the end of the month, so it kind of break that habit. But here's the book I want to share with you today. It's this book that I got in September. Can you see it? 10x is easier than 2x. I'm almost halfway through the book. Outstanding. Here is what I learned that's helped me break a poverty mindset that I was pre-programmed with. Hopefully it'll help you as well. Is to begin to have a drive and desire to want what you want, not need. Need puts you in a scarcity mindset, which means that when you get money, you think it's going to run out. It's not going to run out. Here are some things that I had to do to expand my mind and get God's view on abundance. I asked myself, how many varieties of apples are there? In the United States, we can probably name 6. I can name maybe 5, 6. There's 100. Worldwide, there's over 7,000 different varieties of apples. So I had to ask myself if there's a virtue and value in being poor, because I was raised also being taught the virtues and values of being poor. Why is it that nothing in the universe, not a single thing, is made in limited quantity? Everything is made in abundance. And so these things, right, pursuing what you want, 10x is easier than 2x, because if you make your vision, what you want, big enough, it narrows down the decisions that you have to make today. It becomes very clear what needs to be done next. And looking at things from God's point of view, that the Creator does not bless in any space that is not abundant. Just like the Creator cannot lie, He always blesses with abundance. In other words, He's already done it. It's always available for us. So hopefully this helps some of you, to stop spending all your money on the far left and not hoard all your money on the far right. Keep it balanced. Then the blessings that are due you will come to you. But the last thing you have to begin to do is to give to others. If you give with an open hand, your hand is open to receive as well. So I want to wish you all the blessings and success you deserve.